Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Havracha Kodash. This truth is moving into hyperdrive mode. I mean, it's been going like this for a while, but it's really, as each day goes by and as that light gets brighter and brighter of the truth, it's just going into just dimensions beyond. This truth is just going into, like I said, hyperdrive mode, and it's pretty much is on overload on Esau's technology, and their technology is just trying to keep up with the truth, And I got a definition here for the word hyperdrive. It says a fictional device allowing a spaceship to travel faster than the speed of light, especially by passing through hyperspace, a state of heightened activity or concentration. And really, this is what we're more focusing on, because hyperdrive and hyperspace, those are all fictional terms that Esau uses. But the word hyper itself, let's look that up real quick. The word hyper itself, let's look up I didn't put that in there, but it's all right. The word hyper itself means hyperactive or unusually energetic, and that's what this word is getting into. It's hyperactive and it's unusually energetic, right? And then you look up the word drive. Excuse me. Let's go back. Salakia. Drive definition: operate and control the direction and speed of a motor vehicle. In this case, it's operating and controlling the speed of the word and where it's going. It says hyperactive or unusually energetic. That's hyper. Operate and control the direction and speed of a motor vehicle. So this truth is a vehicle. The spirit is a vehicle, and that spirit is moving. And it's moving, brother. It's moving swift. It's moving in hyperdrive right now. And or should I say, brothers, is moving into hyperspace right now, or should I say hyperdrive? So it's just moving in a speed beyond comprehension, and it's like we don't know. The scriptures say that the Lord said His thoughts are not our thoughts, so He got this thing moving through the speed that we can't even comprehend in our minds. Because we're coming down to the end. See, this is the spirit. The spirit is power, it's energy, it's the wind. Like when the disciples, when they became apostles, just at the time when they brought in Matthias, did a lesson earlier on the Maccabees, so I got Matthias on the brain. But Matthias, which was the 12th disciple or the 12th apostle to come into and take Judas Iscariot's position, But when they were all together in unison, the spirit came down as a rushing mighty wind, down hard, and they opened up their understanding to levels beyond. And that's where we're at right now. We're in hyperdrive, man. This truth is in hyperdrive, man. And like I read over here, hyperdrive, it says a state of heightened activity or concentration. Now, a good movie for brothers to watch, a good spiritual movie for brothers to watch, is the movie Lawnmower Man. I don't really want to play the trailer because these devils, you play stuff just to show some of the stuff on here, and they fuck with your channel because they bitches and faggots, But if you watch this movie, Lawnmower Man, this man here, his name was Job, right here, and what happened was he was like a retard, and what happened was this guy here, Pierce Brosnan, the character he played, he started putting putting information into his brain. And when he was putting that information into his brain, it took him to levels beyond, levels of intelligence beyond. So much where he just came to the point where he was just in a dimension or in a place where nobody else was at. That's how this truth is, you know? And that's why I have this picture here. This is considered like hyperdrive or hyperspace, you know? And then you have, this is like from the movie The Matrix. And the reason why in the Matrix there was a point where you had just, it had like numbers and letters, you know, because these devils, they can't explain how the spirit moves. So they had to break it down the best way they could. Now, basically what it is, the numbers and the letters in these different depictions of the spirit realm is just the elements and how the elements are manipulated and put into that just to be broken down to the very last compound, pretty much, you know, for lack of better words. You know, I can't explain it no better than that. You know, so that's what's happening. You know, this word is going so fast, it's going through that metamorphosis, you know, and it's going through a change, and it's going because it's about to make a whole, it's about to explode and go into another level, you know. And really the world to come, there's nothing in comparison in this world that can be explained. That's why the Apostle Paul said what he said. You know, there wasn't things that could be uttered by words to be able to explain those things. You know, and that's the same thing right now. There's really no words to really explain how the kingdom is really going to be. There's no words to explain how the spirit is really moving right now into hyperdrive and just causing things to just to be pushed to levels beyond. You know, this is the book of St. John. You know, I'm Salaki if it seems like I'm rambling. But I'm a little excited right now. This is John 6:65, and he said, "Therefore say I unto you." And you notice I try to go to the scripture to bring it out, and it is in delay because the internet is not able to keep up with the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. High speed internet, all that bullshit, high speed internet, hyperdrives, all that. Look, you can't keep up with the spirit of the Lord. These other nations out here and Esau cannot keep up with the spirit of the Lord. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying their best to just destroy this word, but you can't do it. It's already out the bag, man. This thing is moving in a forward direction. John 6:65, and he said, "Therefore said I unto you, that no man." I'm sorry, that's not the scripture. It's 6:63. Salakia, man. Salakia, brothers. My mind is just going a million miles a minute right now. John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. And this life and this spirit is moving in such a fast way that you can't even keep up with it. That's why it's a body. It's a combination and it's a synergy. A synergy is a group of things working together for one purpose. And that one purpose is to get this word out. You know, that's why you brothers out there, man, you got to put in your part, man. You got to push, the word the way the Lord gave you to push it. So the spirit is moving, man. It's man, I can't even explain it, man. You just gotta be, you have to have your eyes open to see and understand what's really going on. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 11:5. It says, "As thou knowest not what is the way of the spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so thou knowest not the works of the Most High who maketh all." And the Most High spirit right now, man, is highly intensified, and it's just only intensified enough to where we can comprehend just so much, because even our bodies itself can't contain that power. So the Most High has to make it to where His word is going out in a fast pace, but our bodies have to still be able to contain this information and to move forward. That's why Yahweh said the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few, man. There's a whole lot of work to be done, and there's not enough laborers to do it. And you got some laborers that are worthless, man. So it says, "As thou knowest not what is the way of the spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so thou knowest not the works of the Most High who maketh all." And these things are moving forward and fast. because the Most High got to destroy this devil. Because if you don't destroy this devil is going to devastate and destroy everything and everybody under the firmament, man. Because this devil is just that demonic. This is the book of John 3 and 8. Hold on for a second. Yeah, these fucking devils, man. All right, Salakia, John 3 and 8. I'm thinking that was my television. That's outside. You know, they plowing because it's snowing. John 3 and 8. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh, and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. So everything right now that's being done is being done swiftly, you know, and moving in a high speed direction. Even them demons, you know, that they're moving swiftly because they're trying to stop the words of the Lord, you know, but they're not going to be able. You know, I'm just, you know, just a word came to mind. I was just trying to see if there was anything I could use. But that's all right. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. So this is 1 Peter 2 and 2. So pretty much when the Spirit is moving, you got to follow and work and follow behind it, you know, because the Lord set it up that way. You know, he said he opens up a door, he'll sup with you. So you got to be able to follow that Spirit, you know, and pray to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that we able to continually follow behind that Spirit, man, because this thing is moving into hyperdrive. We are in the last, very last seconds. I'm not even going to say days. We're in the very last seconds of this man's kingdom. And this thing is moving so fast that, you know, either you get on or you get off. You know, either you get on and hold on tight or you're going to get knocked off, man. 1 Peter 2 and 2. As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that you may grow thereby. Now the word is grow. The word we're looking at right now is the word grow. That you may grow thereby. By what? By the word. What's the word? The Spirit. So the Spirit is moving. And you have to, you know, you have to move with it. So the word grow, auxano, it says to cause, to grow, augment, to increase, become greater, to grow, increase. Now, when you look at that movie, Lawnmower Man, he was in a baby mode, baby state, and he was put in here, and all the type of information was put into his mind, and he was able to grow with the knowledge that was given to him. And this knowledge he kept learning knowledge and kept learning knowledge. And the more knowledge he learned, the greater he became. You know, to the point where he just went beyond the level of just being human. He went to the point of where he had spiritual power pretty much. You know, and this is where we're heading to. This is what the Lord is doing for us. He's bringing this knowledge to such a heightened state to where we're going to be able to have that spiritual power. Because spiritual power is already in us. It just has to be heightened. It just has to be brought out. You know, so it says of plants, of infants, of a multitude of people, of inward Christian growth, and pretty much inward growth of Yahushai, you know, to grow. All right. So let's go back. As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, because we all have to start as babies and grow. It says that you may grow thereby and grow. So this thing is moving forward. So if you're not growing with it, then you're going to be left behind. You know, 1 Thessalonians 3 and 11. Now the Most High himself and our Father and our Lord Yahushua direct our way unto you. And the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is what's directing this. This is the reason why it's going into hyperdrive. You know, this is why, you know, you're going into gears. You're shifting into gears that are not even heard of on the earth. You know, in these different cars. We're going into hyper mode, hyperspace, hyperdrive. You know, because the Lord is the one that's directing the traffic, man. He's directing the speed of this, because we're coming down to the end, man. And this stuff that we're teaching and these words that we're teaching have to go out and have to be taught. It says, and the Lord make you to increase and abound in love one toward another and toward all men, even as we do toward you. Why? Because this is brotherly love is a key to this word, you know, and pushing that word forward is also a key to this word. So if we increase and abound, the Lord is working with our minds to be able to increase and abound. And the main part of this thing is to love the Lord our power with all our heart, mind, and soul, and to love our brothers as ourselves. Because on those two, that's where the whole law hangs. So after we receive that, then we got to push out the message. And what's the message? The prophecies. What are the prophecies? The mark of the beast is coming. World War III is coming. Destruction is coming. The calamities of the world are coming. World War III is coming, which I said that already. The concentration camps, the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on. So what I want to do is I want to look up a couple of words here. Salakia. Close it up. Like I said, my brain right now is going 1,000,000 miles an hour. I wanted to look up the word increase, which is G4121, pleonazo. It says to superabound, meaning to go beyond of things, to exist in abundance, to increase, be augmented, to make to increase one in a thing. So pretty much it's superabounding. It's going into superabounding levels. And the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem El Shai, put in my mind to talk about the hyper mode, hyperspace, and this thing moving into the next level. And even before I looked at this definition of this word here, to superabound. So it's the Spirit, man. The Spirit is the one that's guiding us, man. And we pray to Yahweh Bashem El Shai that He continuously makes us to abound and to be abundant and to increase. To have overabundance. What did King David said? My cup runneth over. So if your cup runneth over, you have more than you need. In the when the parable of Yahweh Shai, it said what? It said that he that hath shall be taken. He that seemed to have shall be taken from that which he hath. And it said, give it to him that has 10. And he said, well, Lord, he has already 10-fold. He said, he that hath shall have more abundantly. So that's what's happening right now. The cup is being filled over. It's overflowing. HyperDrive is in effect. It's moving forward. It's going fast. It's going hard, man. And we gotta keep going hard with it. It's the word abound. G4052. Let me just let the puto say it.
Strong's G 4052. Perisuo.
Perisuo. Salake. I had to throw a little joke in there. It says to exceed a fixed number of measure. So this thing is moving, man. To be left over and above a certain number of measure. To be over, to remain. To exist or be at hand in abundance. To be great, abundant. A thing which comes in abundance or overflows unto one. Something falls to the lot of one in large measure. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So we are in that overdrive mode right now, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Barakatah Yahweh and Barakatah Yahweh Shai, man, and Barakatah Bashem Rakah HaKodash, man, which is Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit, man. This is the book of 2 Corinthians 8 and 7. Therefore, as ye abound in everything, in faith and utterance and knowledge, and in all diligence, and in your love to us, see that you abound in this grace also. So we have to abound in this grace, which is what? This truth. Because the grace is what? That Yahweh Shai died for our iniquities, and that he gave us a second chance. So now that we have the second chance, we have to put forward the blessing that he bestowed upon us and the grace that he bestowed upon us. We have to use that to push that forward, to push his word forward. Let me see. I believe that the word here for abound is the same word we just read. Perisal, to exceed the fixed number of measures. Yep, that's right. So this thing is moving fast, man. It's moving fast. And if you don't get in that driver's seat, if you ain't moving with the traffic, so to speak, with the spiritual traffic, you're going to get run over or you're going to get left behind. You're going to miss the bus. All right. So pretty much, that was a couple of scriptures I had. But, like I said, the Spirit had me do this or say this. everything right now is moving into hyperdrive. And that's why in the movie The Matrix, once he came to the realization and belief in himself, he was able to manipulate the elements, and be able to beat the enemy, which he was stronger than anyway. Even though it's a fiction, even though they played the part of the bad guys, really, when you really look into it. But the point is that everything is moving into a elemental stage, so to speak, because when the Lord heightens our minds, we're going to be able to do things that are incomprehensible, and people are not going to really understand it, but the ones that are meant to understand it are going to understand it, and everything is going to go back to that elemental stage, to everything is broken down to the very last compound. Like in the beginning, when Yahweh Shai and the angels were creating everything was it speaks about the waters. Everything was in the element stage, and that's what it is. Everything being broken down so that we can see it, understand it, and be able to manipulate it with our minds. That's spiritual power right there, man. So like I said, this truth is moving into hyperdrive. It's a state of heightened activity or concentration. And that's what's going on. And our Lord's will, after this lesson, if the Spirit allows, I want to watch this movie, The Lawnmower Man, just to get more deeper into this thing, man. Because we're at the point now, man, when the Lord is about to do his thing. And that's why the Spirit has had Apostle Elder Tahar pushing hard on pushing his word and pushing and just pushing. Pushing. And then you had guys that just got offended behind it because they're not part of this. If they were a part of it, they would have seen how the Spirit is moving and they would have moved with the Spirit, instead of moving outside of the Spirit. All right. So with that, I hope you brothers have been edified. This truth is moving into hyperdrive, and we have to move into hyperdrive with it, man. So with that, hope you brothers have been edified. To the next time I say shalom.